This stream won't be saved to because I don't have the upgraded plan, but it's fine because soon come.
Yeah, that shit's it's like 40 something a month now.
Yeah. $400. I feel like I could use that on something better.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna take that down that says what else because that's not appropriate to
I was
what we're
wondering,
talking about.
I really was about to ask you what
Sorry.
that was.
My
Like, what
bad.
else? What?
My bad.
Nah, you're good.
All of my banners don't have anything to do with what we are talking about today. So
I see that Cash App going by though. Yeah, you're gonna get that money.
That stays. That stays there. In case anybody's feeling philanthropic, you know.
Go ahead and send that money on over.
Right. Okay, so we got 2 people in the chat already. Shout out to AB and oh, see, now you're going. Okay, all right. Thanks. See, when you have
we were shouting out people in the chat.
Roadcaster? What is it called?
Mm-hmm. Roadcaster
yeah,
Pro
I don't
2?
have that. Yeah, so
well,
shout out
to
you for having that.
Got you covered, okay? Don DeMarco. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
We're recording a mixtape while we're live streaming.
Whole time.
Shout out to Indigo Flow. Shout out to Artisan is there, but he's not with us. Come on, hit the link, my guy, please. And thank you. Join us for this conversation. The Cynical One is in the building.
Oh, Cynical, what's up?
Cynical One is so loyal, yo.
She is.
Right? I was like, yo, if it ain't nothing else, Cynical's gonna show up and she's gonna say hello. And I appreciate that.
That's a plus.
It is.
That's just sliding in silently, like slide out.
Yeah, when you have like your day ones, like AB Media, Indigo Flow, these are my day ones. I love that they show up and support because I don't really be talking about nothing. But today we're talking about something. Today we're talking about anime. I'm joined by Soul, Orbiter of the Niggaverse.
Hey, nice to meet you.
I just peeped that before she said it. That's
shout out to you, Soul.
Hey,
I appreciate you for being here. He also was running a live stream about anime, a long-standing live stream. Artisan, I emailed you the link. It's in your email. It's in your email.
He said
I don't want to post it to the chat just yet because I don't want folks to come up just yet. I want it to be about us first. We're going to go through the outline. Anyway, let me finish introducing Ranjiro Hanma. Ranjiro Hanma 757 on Twitch. You see all the regalia behind him.
Regalia is crazy.
Yeah. I think that's an appropriate word for it.
Yeah, I'm with it. I support it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Noobs, Weebs, and Otakus. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen here because I have those words put up on different tabs so we can explore the definition of them and then just have a larger conversation. No. My grandmother's yelling at one of the cats. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Yeah, we definitely hear that.
You do? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, she did say no. All right. So Noobs first. Representing a pronunciation of noob, a shortened form of newbie, internet slang, chiefly derogatory. A noob or newbie refers to the idea that someone is new to a game, concept, or idea, implying a lack of experience. Also, in some areas, the word noob can mean someone is obsessed with things. I have never heard nub cake.
I definitely use that daily.
You do?
Nub?
No. Absolutely not.
Nub cake.
Nub cake is insane. Why is that up there?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I guess somebody was using it at some point because clearly it's part of the definition of a noob.
Yeah, I've not heard that one.
Who made this?
Wiktionary. They have noob canon, noobish, noob tube, nooblet, and newbie.
Noob tube is legit.
Noobish, I've heard of that.
You've heard noobish? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this instance, I'm using it to describe myself because I am new to anime and I have a lack of experience with it. Although I have watched some, I don't have a grasp on the culture and its origination and all of those things. So while we're not here to do like a history deep dive into it, I do just want to keep it light and talk about how I came into it and get you guys exposure to it from the beginning and just go from there. So I think that I am not talking to noobs. I think I'm the only noob in this situation. Am I correct?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I would say that's correct.
Okay. Okay. So let's move on to the next definition, which is weebs. All right. Sorry. I'm still getting my legs.
Weeb sounds like
I used to have the paid version of all right. Artisan, you're being ridiculous right now because I definitely emailed you the link. I emailed you the link last week. So right now I'm going to text it to you. And I'm sorry that I'm doing this on camera while you guys are looking at me look down on my phone, but elder millennial in the building. At least I'm not like totally inept.
Oh, no, you're good.
Yeah, I had to stop my grandmother from doing something today on her phone because she fell for one of those ads that was like a trap, a scam. And she was like filling out all the information. And I'm like, bro, this is not even based in the United States.
Damn,
this
they
is
was
something
about to get her.
Yeah, they were gonna get her.
About to ransack her bank account. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucked up though. These people be on fixed incomes and y'all robbing them. My people said the link
but
don't work.
They know that really?
Yeah.
Because all I did was copy and paste it from right here.
Oh no, you want the video link, right?
Yeah, so they can watch.
Yeah, the video link.
Oh, whoops. I thought you meant
not the stream link. You're good.
See, my man's soul on point already.
I've done this before. I promise you. I've done this before.
My man's soul on point already.
He's really good at live streaming. As a matter of fact, I think you should put your channel in the chat.
Sure.
So people can come check you out because he's really good at live streaming. All right, here's the link to what we're currently doing, and then I'll get back to the definitions. You see that, Ranjiro?
Got it. Hold on, let me grab that.
Awesome sauce. So Provider speaks of the Niggaverse. There's your link to his channel. Go ahead and click subscribe. Follow the link and subscribe. Okay, now we've got Artisan here. Shout out to Artisan MC for joining us. Woo woo. He's also not a noob.
Mm-hmm.
The Hero's Journey. Thank you for joining us, Artisan MC. I already did
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're here. I'm surrounded by people who know exactly what they're talking about. So at some point, you're going to hear my voice less. But for now, we're just going to run through the definitions. And we're on Weeb. So hold on. Here we go. Urban Dictionary defines weeb as a person who is interested in anime and Japanese culture. So I'm kind of a weeb too, because I am interested in it. There's an important difference between a weeb and a weeaboo. Is that how you pronounce that?
Mm.
The latter is a person who denounced their own culture, believe they are or want to become Japanese.
Oh,
They have a waifu or body pillow of some sort and watch hentai. Weebs are
that's
normal people who like anime and may have some merch.
If you believe
That
in
seems a
normal,
little spicy.
that's
it does.
that's some identity crisis shit going on right there.
Yeah.
I don't think that got nothing to do with anime.
I don't
It
think
does.
so either.
It does a bit. It does a bit.
Oh, it
believe
does?
It or not. Believe it or not.
Okay. A less hardcore weeboo is that isn't obsessed with anime so much as it likes it a lot. Might think a character is cute but not treat them like a waifu or have a body pillow. What is it with the body pillow? Body pillows catching strays on this right now. I like body pillows.
There are some very obsessed people out there.
Or some
Yeah, I
suggestive
know.
body pillows.
Yeah, there you go.
He's sleeping with Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah.
With a hole cut in it.
Oh shit.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, I had that.
Facts. I mean, it goes with the hentai. Actually, that'll line right up.
Yeah.
To be honest.
All right. Okay. So moving on, the last definition I have is otaku, which is a type of Japanese subculture of people with consuming interests such as anime, manga, video games, computers, or any other enthusiastically pursued hobby. Its contemporary use originated in 1983 essay by Akio Nakamori in Manga Buriko. Look at that. Otaku subculture is a central theme of various anime, manga, documentaries, and academic research. The subculture began in the 1980s as changing social mentalities and the nurturing of otaku traits by Japanese schools, combined with the resignation of such individuals to what was then seen as inevitably becoming social outcasts. All right, so now that we have defined the title of this stream and what one of us may call each other, let's move on to what is anime? How would you guys describe anime or define anime?
I would just say it's a genre. It's now become a very popular mass genre that wasn't so popular a couple of years ago, like back in the early 2000s. But now it really is a big genre now, and it's gotten to the point where it can grab a multitude of fans from multiple different types of shows and characters. It's not so niche as it used to be, but I think it's not like it's still niche, but it's less of a niche, if that makes sense.
Okay. Does anybody have anything they want to add to that?
Yeah, I was waiting for the other brother to go first. I came last, so.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, well, we don't have to go in any specific order. You guys can jump in as you see fit.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Go ahead. You can let him go.
I would say anime is in itself a genre. It is a version of animation, mostly taken from Japanese people watching American animation and wanting to do their own style of it, namely Walt Disney. And it's been around since before I was born, and I was born in 73. So it's been around a long time. I would say it picked up more in the 90s than the 2000s, because by 80s and 90s, it was still kind of niche. And if you weren't actually watching it, you didn't know about it. But once it hit like Cartoon Network and stuff like that, Toonami, that's when it really blew up for that 2000 millennial generation of kids that really got into anime. So between that and Shonen Jump, it really exploded to what it is right now.
For sure.
Okay, and I want to also just highlight the fact that Artisan MC is more than just an aficionado of animation. He is someone who owned a comic book shop for many years, right? And you
I
know,
worked in it for
as
years. I owned it for about a year.
okay, okay. So
Fortunately.
because you worked in it for many years, I lumped that all together, meaning that you're very knowledgeable about this subject, and it extends beyond anime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paste your link to your channel in the chat so that folks can come visit your channel if they feel so inclined, and hit that subscribe button as well.
Thank you.
No doubt. All right. So, what was your first anime?
For me, I would say it was the Star Blazers. Great shipping model in the Star Blazers back when I was young. But Japanese culture has always been something I was interested in since way back with Ultraman and Godzilla and stuff like that. But anime really grabbed me because it was like watching a movie, but it was always animated. But the story was never kiddie in that sense of being just subjects that were conversational for kids or you can buy toys from. It was always taken really seriously and dealt with death and sex and all kind of stuff that you would think would be in grown-up shows, but it was animated. I didn't believe you could do stuff like that. It just blew my mind when I watched it the first time.
Right. So mine is varied because it depends on what you're talking. So if you talking about like TV, right? When I was a little kid, we were watching like Astro Boy and Gigantor. They were like old cartoons, but technically that was anime, and we didn't know it at the time. And then so when I truly locked in and knew, because back in the day when they used to call it Japanimation, which sounds hella racist at this point. I think the first thing that I saw that really like locked me in was Vampire Hunter D on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yes.
And I watched that and I was like, damn, this dude is slicing these folks up, blood everywhere, titties. I was like, what is this? I'm like, what is going on? This is a cartoon, bro. And I was like, I was so like blown away. And at that time, I got all of my anime from the Sci-Fi Channel because Toonami and all of that stuff didn't exist.
Yeah, this was before.
And I was too young to go outside and get my own stuff, so I had to wait. So I'm gonna say Vampire Hunter D was kind of like the first thing that made me truly pay attention to like the art style, the animation style, and I knew that it was different from American cartoons. I was like, this ain't no damn Bugs Bunny, this ain't Flintstones, this ain't Jetsons. There was titties up there. This is something else.
Titties made a difference.
This is something different,
Man.
all right?
Hey, don't forget she offered herself to him too.
She did.
She did. Like, can take me. Like, damn.
So,
the D stand for
Vampire Hunter D. We knew what it was.
What's up?
I think these are salient points. I think boobs would bring a lot of people into the fold.
Never know, man.
Cartoon characters having sex or showing body parts and stuff like that. It's like, what the hell?
Wow.
And I would say, just to your point, like a Gigantor and Astro Boy, technically Speed Racer is anime.
Speed Racer, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's what my mother watched, and she never took it as anime.
No.
It was just,
I
just
told
Speed
my
Racer.
mom the same thing. So mom, when I was really truly into it, she was like, "Oh, you always watching that stuff?" I was like, "You watch it too." And she was like, because she used to sing the theme song for Speed Racer all the time around the house.
Yep.
I said, that was anime. I said, you didn't see the difference with his eyes and Fred Flintstone's eyes? They look different. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, his mouth didn't match.
Yeah.
Look at his mouth. It just and the words were just going, and he just talk all fast and shit. I'm like, yeah, that's anime. So she was like, her mind was blown that she was on anime too. She didn't even know.
Yeah, the one that got me hooked was Robotech. Robotech really got me hooked because that to me it had everything in it: music, robots, aliens, science fi, but military as well. It's like, dude, and it was deep. You know, people had whole lives going on in that show. It's like, no, you can't go. Max and Miria about to have a baby, man. What you doing? Like,
it had drama too. You was involved with the characters.
It's involved, dude. It was drama.
Yeah, I would say what got me into it was mainly Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Right before Toonami hit. So when I was like before 10 years old, yeah, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! That was it for me. That was pretty much how I got into it.
Okay. All right. Shout out to UFO Kamikaze in the building. He said Cartoon Network. I think he meant network, but maybe he did mean network because what we were just talking about.
Shout out to the network.
Yeah, that's the black YouTube channel.
Gotta get that network in.
Gotta get that network.
And shout out to Sun in the building.
Hey, the homie.
Ranjiro, please put your link to your Twitch in the comments so that folks can tap in with you as well.
Appreciate that. Hold on, let me grab it.
Yeah. So I'll answer the question, even though I'm not qualified. My first anime that I could say that I intentionally sat down to watch was Hunter x Hunter. And
you went hard.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I really liked it, or like it, I should say, because well, here's the thing: it was accessible. It was on Netflix. I was able to start watching it there, and then I started finding other places to watch it. I think we're all probably familiar with Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
for sure.
And so I just, what intrigued me about it and made me say, you know what, I got to talk to somebody else who knows more about this. And then I started talking to folks at work that I knew were into it, and they were making suggestions. But I loved the storytelling aspect of it and the fact that these were multi-layered characters that all found some way to intertwine in a way that I wasn't used to seeing in regular American animation. But then also just the creativity that went into it. You're not, I don't know what it is about anime, but it's like you're not just watching a cartoon. That's not really what this is. There's high graphic quality and creativity from the music to even just the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's anime time, right? Like when y'all watching anime, when you talk about the dialogue, so the characters interact with one another, but then they go in their head. And it's really 1 minute going by, but we're in this character's head for probably about 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can, especially those animes that deal with fighting and stuff like that, or
fighting,
yeah,
flashbacks
and stuff like that.
Flashbacks and stuff like
they're like, his power level is this.
Right.
He came so fast, I didn't see it. And real talk, it's like 1 minute went by, but it was supposed to be a second in the
Right.
situation.
The one I think of for that is a Death Note with all the stuff that L and Light were doing. It's like it's a mental chess game the whole time. And most of the time you in their head about what they thinking, what moves and counter moves they're trying to make. Like, damn.
The most dramatic show about nothing. Nothing was happening, but so much was going on.
So much was going on. Good way to put it. Nothing was happening, but so much was going on. Like Light just showed up to his dad's work to give him a sandwich. Like
all this shit just snowballed out of control.
It's definitely like a higher layered cartoon, basically, compared to like American cartoons. Because look what they did with Death Note, the live action movie, right? I mean, it wasn't.
Let's not talk about it.
No, we got to talk about that.
No, bro, not my emotional scar. Not my emotional
right.
Oh, no.
Because when America or whatever tries to turn these things into live action, right, it just doesn't replicate the anime original, and it's just better in anime form. But another thing that anime can do,
they're getting better though.
Depends on what it is though. Like Rurouni Kenshin, sure, You know, anything that's like
The
martial art
Bleach, they
based.
did well with Bleach.
I don't know about
I didn't see that one.
I mean, like, as far as the casting and at least them looking like the
yeah, casting, sure.
that One Piece joint on Netflix though.
Look.
I don't
I'll
know
just
about
say
that.
this: the casting part is a
Wait.
very low bar, dude. You have a picture of a character. Does the person that you pick look like this character? That's a pretty low bar.
But
Yeah,
That's one person in charge of that.
You're cosplaying at that point.
Y'all saw that Dragon Ball movie though, so they could do that shit. They could do that.
They could not
I
do that.
appreciate at least get a dude that looks like the character.
Look,
fucking Goku looked like he belonged on Home Improvement or some shit. Like, what was that?
Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. At least the dude looked like Spike, right?
That
he
was
looked like Spike.
That was
kind of looked like Faye. But most of that other shit, that was not vicious. I don't care what you want to say. That was not vicious. That was not Julia.
I thought
I didn't even trip off a Jet being black. But
I thought Jet was black on the show. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie to you. Jet was kind of black.
He was kind of black.
Like Piccolo, it's assumption.
Yeah, Piccolo's definitely black. That's for sure.
It's assumption.
That's the attitude he got. Is definitely black, but he a green alien.
Yeah,
he Namekian. You know,
they do us kind of dirty. I
mean, Southside Namek. Yeah, because Mr. Popo is black.
That's fucked up. Mr. Popo is bullshit.
But I think the casuals didn't know that the voice actor was white, though. I think we all thought he was black at one point, and we found out who the voice actor was. Yeah.
I'm just browsing on Netflix now. They have so much that you can choose from.
Anime genre.
I love that they have made for beginners. And is on there.
Yeah, nice short series that you could just jump in and jump out. Now, Hunter x Hunter is not a fucking short series. I don't know why that's up there.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what they're
doing. Naruto neither.
Naruto. Well, you see, it's just Naruto. So when he was a kid, it's not Shippuden. They ain't go farther than that. They just said the Naruto.
Kokoros. That's a good one, right?
Oh, okay. Basketball anime for beginners. Initially, that's kind of tricky though, because new generation, they're probably going to be too stubborn to watch the old classics. So, I mean, I would probably say watch the old stuff first, so they don't get spoiled by the new stuff later on.
Well, that's the thing now. Like, I don't watch as much anime as I did, let's say, when I was 30. I don't watch as much. My son watches more of it now, and he likes it, but I don't find myself gravitating to a lot of the new stuff. It doesn't.
It's really hard.
It's like eating McDonald's, dude. Yeah, I know it's a hamburger, but it's just missing. It's missing something. It doesn't have the same feel. It doesn't look like they take the same amount of time. Like if you put Ninja Scroll up against Naruto, just animation wise, it's like it blows it out the water, right? But Naruto is a good show. But you can tell the same care is not taken with drawing every one of these cells. That it's taken now, where they can turn it out, on a computer or AI or whatever. And to me, it's the Shonen Jump style, which everything is really simply drawn, so you can turn it out real quick. Yeah. So it's no difference between looking at the anime and looking at the manga. It just looks the same. So it's easier to animate.
That deadline is hella quick. I mean, that's demand.
That turnover. Yeah.
Look what happens with the manga chapters. Look at how many manga stories are getting shut out, getting kicked off the magazine, so just like with anime.
Yeah. So I think streaming blew that up, made that demand so high that it had to
get it back
turn over quick. Yep.
You can see what they did with Solo Leveling. Like, that was an excellent manhwa. But then like the manga, the anime was like, if you read that first, you are disappointed in that show.
Oh yeah.
But it's still a dope show though. It's still, the concept and everything is, you're just happy to see the character animated. Right. But you know there's stuff missing.
And we should clarify, since we threw around some terms for the noob hosts, that so she don't get lost in the sauce. But anime is the animated version of it. Manga is the comic book, thick book style drawn version of it.
Okay.
So a lot of times now, Shonen Jump was a magazine that had a lot of short like comic book sketches or comic strips in it, right? One Piece, Bleach. A lot of these were short Shonen Jump things where you'd get what was like a couple pages every month or something like that. and it was all in one book together. And then when they made them into anime, to make the animation quicker to turn around, they took the same style directly from the page and just animated. So basically, they're just filling in. They're just filling in the other panels in it. So it made it a lot quicker to animate because it's the same style. But because Shonen Jump was turned out so quickly, the drawing style had to be simpler.
Right.
So that's what translated to the anime, which doesn't make the anime look as crisp to me, like somebody spent a year or two to do it and then turned it out. And then you looked at it, it's like, damn, this is beautiful. This looks almost real. It's not the same.
You can tell when they put the time in though. Like when they released the Bleach, the new Bleach series, the 1,000-Year Blood, that shit was, they put time on that.
Right.
They did their thing on that. That was animated beautifully. The color, everything was popping on that. Yeah. But you can tell when it's some bullshit though.
Yeah, you can. And I would say just to explain to Truss'd, it'd be the difference between going to watch Clash of the Titans in 3D and then going to watch Avatar in 3D. You tell James Cameron spent money on that to make that 3D.
Oh, right, right.
You can tell right off the bat as soon as it hit the screen, like, oh, they spent some money. And somebody else like, oh, this is a cheap gag, man. I ain't even need these glasses for this bullshit. I got a headache.
So, another thing though that I don't know if you missed it, but about the anime genre is that why it has been able to become so popular is it can cover a multitude of different stories, different categories, like for example, Slam Dunk or Kuroko no Basket, or being able to make Prince of Tennis interesting or some type of random sports anime. I mean, they have anime on biking. I mean, I would be able to watch an Americanized bicycle anime.
Fuck no.
I'm trying to remember the one that was about the chef. He was just trying to be a cook.
There's so many cooking shows. Food Wars.
Yeah, just a cook.
And I was watching that shit. Show. I'm watching Food Wars. My man is really cooking meals, and then the meals look real as a bitch. And the people eat them, and then they have orgasms. I'm like, I want some of that shit. What is that?
Right.
I want to have an orgasm off the meal.
Watching the American counterpart is just not the same. You know, there's
you
no way I could
that.
watch anime about bicycles in America.
Yeah,
but anime, you can watch it.
No, without trash ass animation, no, it's not gonna work.
And that's one of the things I love about anime, and I hate at the same time, is that you can watch one anime and think you're getting one thing, right? The story evolves into something completely else. You don't know what you're going to get. It's like there's no bounds on what they're writing. They just write a story, right? But at the same time, it makes it hard to just say, okay, what is this genre anime? It's hard to pin it down because so much stuff will be in there. It will break the genre itself. Like
there's subgenres all through it.
Yeah, like I explained on my channel before, I tried to get my brother to watch Gungrave, right? Because at base, it's just about two brothers that get into the mob. So it's a mob anime, right? But his checkout for people turning into monsters and that, I'm like, well, yeah, they got org men. They're kind of like reanimated zombies. I ain't watching this shit. He was out.
That's when he was good the whole time.
I couldn't tell me the story. He tapped out because he doesn't do the creatures and people turning into creatures and shit. He's not interested in that. He's really interested into gangster mob stuff. He'll watch it, and that's what I was trying to sell him on it. So you need to watch this. It's really good. Yeah, but they turn into creatures and shit like that. It's like,
but that's sci-fi. So he doesn't like sci-fi at all then?
He likes some sci-fi. There's just certain parts of it he doesn't. My brother is funny like that. Like we grew up.
I'm glad
he's 3 years younger than me. He watched the same shit I was watching, but he didn't take to it the same way. So he just didn't take to it.
But that brings me to a question because I think that there's a disconnect with culture and identity when you're describing anime or getting into anime. Like what is how do we bridge the gap between Black culture and anime? You know, you are all people who are interested in and enjoy it and consume it. I'm someone who wants to, but a lot of the pushback I got was similar to what you were talking about with your brother, Artisan, which is there's this I'm off board as soon as I see something that's unfamiliar or doesn't jive with what I already know. How do we bridge that gap?
I mean, they already tried to though. I mean, that was Boondocks.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
a little bit. Yeah,
Samurai
That was
Champloo.
yeah,
yeah,
Samurai Champloo, Afro Samurai. I
yeah.
mean,
Because they put each one of those things, Samurai Champloo and Afro Samurai, actually did something clever where they took hip hop and put it into it
Right.
because they're figuring that will bring more of the black people into it. You know, more of the passerbys, the pedestrians to anime outside of the people who are already watching it. Like, yeah, I like this already, but yeah, they just put Sam Jackson in the Wu Tang. Okay, so they brought you over too. Okay, you here now. You know, I think it's more with black culture. It's more so anime fell into that same category as geekdom and reading comics and stuff like that. It was not something cool. It was
it's
something
not.
for kids because you weren't chasing basketball money or bitches. So it falls into that same category.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So after a while, after enough of us watched it, had kids, got our kids on it, it became popular. Black folks are there now in greater numbers and really like it now, but it still has that for kids kind of tag on it, right? If I have, we talked about this, Trust. I have a harder time trying to get my mother to watch anime, even though I can explain to her that she remembers Astro Boy and Speed Racer, and those were anime. She'd have a harder time watching something now. I really have to try to force her and see if it would hold her attention for 10 minutes, even though she's retired and can sit up and watch TV all day. That anime probably wouldn't hold her attention for 10 minutes just because she keeps thinking it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon.
Okay.
It's for kids.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So for like, all right. So for me, like for getting in, it was like he said, it was like a subgenre type of thing. Like that's why I call this behind me the nerd wall, right? Because it's all the shit that I'm into, and that shit wasn't fire at one point. Like
No.
everything is super popular now, but it wasn't at one point. And if shorties knew that you were into this, you wasn't dope, you wasn't popping. You drawing Goku and shit in your book, you're
Right.
never gonna get no rise. But for me, I was kind of like everywhere in school. I played sports, I was good in academically, I had girls, and I really did like this shit. Like I wanted powers too. And anime had a different set of powers from
For
Marvel and
everybody.
DC.
Yes.
They're using their powers better. And I'm like, damn, see, that makes more sense than Superman coming down and you're just automatically a good guy. No, you would use your powers for yourself first. Then that's like a lot of the things that anime was covering. And I was locked in from there. So for me, I was always looking for representation in it. And Japan don't fuck with us like that. So
Not
the
really.
representation was always some racist bullshit. But every once in a while, they'll put one cool black dude.
Cool.
And then when
Yeah.
the Samurai
Every now and then.
Champloo's and all of that stuff came around, that I was already locked in with what I had, but that was 40 steps better than fucking Mr. Popo. So then I
hell
was
yeah.
really locked in
Yeah.
as a black person watching it now, you know?
You gotta remember how old Dragon Ball is though. So you got
And that's why I give him grace. I give him grace.
yeah, it's
but
like an
damn,
old Southern
bro.
white man. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he
that
probably would say, what is he, 80? Yeah, he probably
Yeah.
still think we slaves. Okay.
So yeah,
whatever.
so that's
You
what
go
locked
back.
me in. And then that's when the culture started coming, really building off of anime and all of the other stuff, cosplaying, collection, all of that came. And then that's when blurs came about. So now I'm not just a nerd, I'm a black nerd. You know what I'm saying? And it all works out. And then you weren't whack anymore. You weren't an automatic, musty, no pussy getting dude. There was women in there too that were bad, and they didn't know they were bad most of the time. They just
Yeah, they didn't.
so it all worked out, and now you have a whole community. I'm in several Facebook groups now of anime black nerds that do talk about all kinds of shit, and it's dope that the people are all into it because this was really niche 10, 15 years ago. It was
More
really
than-
a niche thing.
More than that. Trust me, more than that.
So
Like you guys talking about streaming and Toonami, I was the generation that had to go to Suncoast Video and buy the VHSs of the stuff, or
that's
try
a
to order
franchise
it.
store. That's
Yeah.
a franchise store. I was in New York. I had to go to the African dude's basement, and
Yeah.
he had all of the anime
wow.
and the figures. Everything was on VHS, and I would have like my little money that I would make from my jobs and shit, and spend $20, come out with like 5 tapes, and hope that I liked it. You didn't even know if you liked shit. I was judging it off the cover, like, all right,
right. Yeah, it was Suncoast or Chinatown. You got to go there. You got to go to Chinatown and go in their stores and get that stuff because that's the only way you was gonna get something maybe dubbed.
And clothes and shit, please. Like I'm rocking a Solo Leveling shirt right now. Please, you would never find anything like that back in the day.
No, you had to look. You had to look for it. Yeah,
but I guess that's why I'm asking the question because there are a contingency of us that are into it and want to know more and really enjoy it and are about this life, right? But I think there still is that stigma that exists that Ranjiro was just talking about, and that's what's keeping the larger part of us away from it. And it's unfortunate. Like Hunter x Hunter has Canary in it, right? That was part of what made me fall in love with the show, seeing that representation. But to now hear that typically there isn't a Black representation in these, and that there's even some murky waters about racism, it's like, okay, I can understand why folks are kind of like, that's not for us.
Yeah. Well, I put it this way. It's there because I didn't see the show that you're mentioning. I didn't watch that one, so I don't know the character of Canary. I'd have to know her through you, what you liked about her, how it resonated with you. I would say that Black folks, even in Robotech, you're there. It just depends on how you're there, right? Like if I go back to Robotech, I know Claudia was Black. Everybody knows Claudia was Black. She wasn't done necessarily dirty, but you know, she had her boyfriend who was a white dude. He was the ace pilot and he got killed. And she was kind of, you know, shook after that. So at that age, you know, 80s, then or 70s, yeah, that was something kind of different because it's showing an interracial relationship that they had. And that's a Black person there. Mr. Popo was just fucked up. Okay, that was some bullshit. That was a watermelon with lips. Okay, that was just
always so in the older anime they tended to draw us like that with ridiculous ass lips.
But
fucking Mumble from Dragon Ball that Goku fought in the tournament. He was,
but here's the thing: you have to remember that anime is based on what they saw the West doing.
Right.
Those are their depictions of what they saw, right? Other than GIs coming to their country, and their depiction of Black folks is based on what they saw Americans, the West, doing. So once they got it right, that's when they start trying to get hip to us. Like, no, y'all actually cool. Let's fix this a little bit. Okay, we got a cool Black one too.
They were based off of celebrities that they saw too. I know a lot of people that inspired some of these characters, but then they redeemed themselves. They started making like somebody like Tosin, like he was you know. So I could rock with it. But like I said, even without the representation, I was still good with the shows because I knew it came from Japan. Like so, of course, the main character is going to be Japanese. The supporting cast should be Japanese. Like.
Yeah, that never bothered me.
I'm fine with that, and I didn't need that for all the time. I don't even need it now. I hate when they take heroes that we've been knowing as white the whole time. And they're like, oh yeah, it's a Black dude now. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
What's the point?
Another thing about getting into the genre, although they don't have those Black characters, one thing that anime does, I think, better than American cartoons is there's a lot of life lessons within the stories.
Yes.
Another example is Hajime no Ippo. I don't know if you've seen it, but that anime has some of the best stories of like hard work, grinding, getting on your feet,
give up,
challenging people, focusing on family. Yeah, right. But there's a lot of lessons, and not in all animes, but I would say most of the good ones is usually some type of lesson in there. It's not just a bunch of.
They like to push friendship and willpower.
Friendship, willpower.
Anime will make you think friendship and willpower will help you overcome anything. And I'm like,
because it's always banding together with anybody. It don't matter what you look like.
That's more like shonen though.
That's true.
Friendship type bond and all that shit.
So since you guys are talking about genres, is there one particular genre that you prefer over the others?
For me,
Shoji and all that shit. Okay, hard pass. I need action. I need powers. I need deaths. I need drama. I need levels up. Everybody, there's always a main character that levels up into a god of some sort
Mhm.
in shonen. And the other stuff like is romance and couples and jobs. I'm good. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, I don't usually watch the stuff about romance and jobs and the regular stuff, the sports stuff. I don't watch too much, but mine is usually more drama. It's usually more serious. Like Ghost in the Shell is serious and political to me,
Shit was fire
right?
though. Yeah.
Evangelion is serious in a spiritual way, right? It has big robots and all the rest of that shit. Right? I do like my transported to another world ones that gets off that adventure bug, like SFO, some stuff like that. But yeah, some of the regular ones that just deal with the romance and stuff, no. I do like funny anime. That's usually fun. So
Yeah.
if they can mix that up
Shin
with the
Chan.
sci-fi part,
Mhm.
it's hilarious. Like
Yeah.
Outlaw Star is one of my favorite ones to watch because it's just funny. It's
That's a good
serious
show.
at times and it's funny as shit. Sometimes like these are some of the dumbest people in space, dude. Like, what are they doing? Like, but that's just because a lot of the newer anime, like the last new anime I watched was something on Netflix. I think it was like B13 or 13 or whatever it was. Just a lot of them I don't get into. The art style puts me off. It's like looking at a bad comic book. It's like I'm not even going to read that because it looks like shit. You're going to have to sell me on a story.
Yeah, some of my genres would be like the mech genre, like Code Geass, Gundam, Gundam Double O, all those good ones. Shonen is good if you just want to watch some people get fight and start throwing energy beams and shit. Then Shonen, that's
Shonen's good for that.
Seinen, if you want some Seinen, like some Villain Saga serious shit, that's a good one. But I agree with what AC's saying about the new animes, but I think that's mainly like the challenge with shonen, like your Chainsaw Man, your My Hero, your what's that other one? Jujutsu Kaisen, like those ones, even Solo Leveling to a extent. Like these ones, it's just like once you've seen like the originals, like I'm not original by like 90s Toonami stuff, it's hard to get into these ones and be like, like once you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Dragon Ball,
it's the same shows.
it's just like I'd rather they're just copying off that original stuff. So
yeah.
I can say
that.
Yeah,
it's just a progression. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've told people on my show before. Is like you just have to look at these newer shows and look at the progression. That it's just doing something better than that the last show didn't do as well. Yeah. That's all it is. They're all building on each other. So if you don't like Dragon Ball, you'll probably like Naruto better. You don't like Naruto, you'll probably like One Piece better. They're all building off of each other in a steady line to keep refining that formula. But it's at base, it's still going to be the same thing. It's just different characters and different stories.
Like Fairy Tail is basically evolution of Black Clover, pretty much.
Yeah, Black Clover. That's the same fucking show.
It's a better Fairy Tail. It's a better Fairy Tail, basically. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. I think you answered my question. You guys have given me quite a bit of notes that I've jotted down, so stuff to check out later. But I appreciate you for already giving us some anime starting points. Is there anything else you would suggest to noobs in terms of what to watch, how to go about it? I respect what you guys are saying about doing the history and starting from that point and working your way up. But is there anything else you would tell me or someone who's watching this stream and is like, I've never heard of anime?
Anytime someone is trying to get in, I always suggest easy digestible shows. Like 12 episodes, 24 episodes max. And it might be over. It might be one season. That's it. Just to get you acclimated with character development and stuff like that. You don't want to jump into something ridiculously overwhelming like One Piece.
Hell no.
Because you're never going to finish that shit.
Yeah, it's too long.
So that's always my suggestion is like start small and then work your way up. The other thing that I suggest is watch some of the anime movies from the 90s, the Ninja Scrolls, the Vampire Hunter D, Akira.
That's what I was going to say.
Like they really
watch the OVA.
That's anime right there.
You know what I'm saying? Watch the classics, watch the OVAs, because the classic ones weren't series. They were just movies. They were just 2 hours. a 2-hour cartoon, which sound ridiculous, back in the day. But watch those OVAs, original video animations, and see those classics like the Akiras, the Vampire Hunter D's. If you want to, I think the biggest series at that time was freaking Tenchi Muyo, which had all the sci-fi and humor and the romance and all that stuff together. Watch some of those, and it can get you into it, and you can figure out what you like in it. Right. So if you look at that block between 85 and the 90s, you'll find a lot of solo movies that turned into big series that it was because they were really good. So just watch that. If you can deal with it in that 2-hour, block, then move on to the series and stuff like that, and then start taking in more of it.
And, because I think another thing too is like, don't lower your expectations when it comes to the anime genre as well. Like, anime is nice and all, but it's not like the perfect genre. I mean, there's still cons and there's still tons of terrible anime series out there that are just really trash. So,
tons.
I mean, keep your expectations kind of low. I mean, it's just entertainment, right? And that's another thing too. Don't become a tard either. Don't become some hardcore fanboy or you tattoo some of these things on your skin. I think that's going a bit too far there.
Shit.
But
too late.
Yeah. Too late. Yeah,
too
right.
late.
Yeah, it probably is too late.
You got anime conventions where you can go there and see hundreds of people with stuff tattooed on. Like, you don't own the right to that, right?
Yeah.
But cease and desist on your body.
Exactly right. Thanks for showing up. Here's your cease and desist letter.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I really had as far as questions goes. But I wanted to bring up something that I know Artisan and I both watch, which is Blue Eye Samurai. How does that figure into this conversation, if at all? Because I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it too.
I did not watch
it. What I take it as, because it came out on Netflix, Netflix funded it. It is an American attempt of making a Japanese style anime that actually kind of worked.
Yeah, they did well.
Okay.
They did
well with that show. It did.
That would be something I would suggest to a noob.
Yeah.
Check out this show right here, especially a girl too, a woman, because like it's about a woman that's doing some super dope shit, and you getting the action, you getting the violence. And it's
story.
A good story. It's a
the
good
vengeance,
story.
If you like Kill Bill, if you like Kill Bill, you should be able to like this one.
Yeah, that's something I would suggest for sure. And it's accessible because it's on Netflix. You're not even locked out by Crunchyroll and shit. So, yeah.
That actually tracks because Kill Bill is one of my favorite movies. So the fact that you picked that
that's
up,
the other thing I say about.
I really did enjoy it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was going to say that was something else that I'd throw in there, that to understand that anime is where you find the most female protagonists.
Thanks.
You find the most female protagonists. They respect women. Some of my favorite anime characters are females because of that, because they will put them in the lead role and they will be hard as nails or goofy as hell.
Badass as fuck. Yeah.
Badass as fuck. Like, bro.
But sometimes they do be naked as fuck too. Like,
sometimes it be suggestive. It's really implied.
Everybody's armored up, but her titties are definitely out.
Her ass is definitely out. She will end up in a compromising position with her legs open.
All
like,
kinds of. Why did y'all animate the cheeks like that?
Because they care. Because they care. They will not skimp on cheeks or anything.
Everything jiggling. I'm like, damn.
Everything jiggles.
All right.
No one makes a good point. He says, but they still feminine and kicking butt.
You're right, no one. They always feminine, but they will kick ass.
Badass characters, yep.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Now, is there anything about the genre that upsets you, that you don't like, that you're like, you know what? This was offensive. This show came out, and I don't know why people got behind it. Go around and tell me of that experience if you have it.
How long go first?
Yeah, let's Soul go first.
I'll just say like the fanboys. Like, if you, for example, I used to do anime reviews back in the day, and once I was critiquing Boruto or anything Naruto related, you know, fanboys will come at you and threaten your life and all that stuff. So the hardcore fanboys for a certain series, you know, they make us kind of look bad because, you know, not everyone's a fucking crazy, you know, just like tard. Some of us have civil, you know, we can like something, dislike something, you know, say what we like and dislike and just go to the next show. But some of these guys and women, I guess, because they're, you know, co-ed, are just going way too far. So sometimes that can ruin the fan base of a series, can ruin someone actually getting into the series.
Yes,
Because of how hardcore they can get. So that's one thing that I don't like.
Definitely. It makes them irritating. I would say that. Thanks for mentioning the soul. Yeah, the super fanboys, the Johnny Come Latelys. Calm down. Look, to me, you guys know this is all part of geekdom to me, and geekdom is a big tent, and everybody's welcome. Look, we can all get in here and have our discussions and have our disagreements about who we thought was good or what we thought was good, but it should never get to the point where you seriously in some arguments with some people about some shit that's not real.
Strangers at that.
Yeah.
Strangers, like, no. Those are the people that we want to kick out the shop. Like, shut the fuck up. You need to go. Because you're taking this.
Yeah.
You need to act. You need a life. You need a life. You need an actual life, you know.
Yeah.
You care more about the characters than the people who wrote them. Okay?
Yeah.
Calm down. Calm down.
My list is going to be more in the anime itself, like in the series. Because like we talked about earlier, a lot of tropes get recycled, right?
Yes.
And sometimes as an anime watcher, you've been watching as long as I have, it's like, all right, here we go again.
Right.
Willpower is going to overcome. Friendship is.
That's why you hate the power of friendship.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things and certain tropes that they have. The protagonist never getting any girls. They always fucking break out into a nosebleed. Man, if you don't clap her cheeks and then go kill the bad guy, like,
but
do both. Like,
I look at that's their culture. That's part of their culture. That's why that's so funny.
I know.
The nosebleed.
Oh yeah,
it's annoying.
That's just their
shit,
culture.
though. I want to make a dude that like smacks cheeks and does what he has to do. Like he does.
That's usually the villain.
I know, right? Like bastard, like bastard.
Yeah, bastard.
So like, and then there's like the protagonist. If the protagonist comes out overpowered, like if they're strong off the rip, they're dumb as fuck. Like I expect them to be goofy and stupid. If
One
they
Punch
start
Man.
off smart,
Saitama.
yeah, fucking Luffy, Goku. Shit, Goku's kind of dumb.
Goku is special. Goku is special.
Then
unless he's in a fight,
right? Then on the flip side, if they're smart and they're usually gonna build up into something godly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those are like those little tropes like that. You just get used to them. Like they're not really a problem for me. It's just like, here we go.
Yeah, I think once you've watched it along, like how many decades behind you've been watching it, yeah, you're going to see the same thing. It's the same thing with regular television movies and stuff. Yeah. You can see the same trope over and over again, and it can get pretty goddamn boring. But it depends on how well they write the show. Right. How well they write the anime. Yeah. You will forego, or at least me, I will forego some of that if the show and the writing in the show is really good. The characters are really good. I'm interested in the damn characters because I can tell you, I know side characters that I cared about what was going on with them because they were written that damn well. Right. And Naruto was that writer. I'm forgetting his name right now. He was notorious for giving me some shit that, dude, I'm not supposed to care about the villain now. What are you doing, bro? He wrote his ass off. He wrote his ass off. He hyped this motherfucker up like he's the biggest villain to this village forever. Like, yep, I hate him. Then you gave me a little side story about the villain and why he became a villain.
Right? Why he's
now can you kill him? Yeah, now I'm just like, okay, now I get it.
Side quest.
Yeah, you got to.
I do, but
and I love
that's a trope that can go away. They stretch that shit out. They milk it with two hands. Sometimes.
So y'all know the rule though. Like, am I off? Like, no one's favorite character is a protagonist. Your favorite character is always some secondary, tertiary character in the background. Yep. That's your guy. And
That's
if
the
someone
guy.
comes through and it's like, oh no, Naruto is my, you was like, what?
That's-
You fucking noob, get out of here.
Right? What are you? I like
Fuck outta
Shikamaru.
here.
Shut up.
Like, Itachi is clearly the greatest shinobi of all time. Why are you
Oh, you
talking about
tripping?
So that's so stuff like that, and it's like those are like Toya. That's some of the weird anime rules you're gonna run into, like when you get in. Don't ever fall in love with the main character. They're not the one. They're not
Maybe,
the one.
maybe,
They're not
maybe.
the
It
one.
depends. You end up finding other people attached to them that makes it a lot more interesting because
Yeah.
Itachi's story is heartbreaking but interesting as hell, right?
Yeah.
But what that was it Kishimoto? I keep forgetting his
Yeah,
name
I
for
think
some.
it's Kishimoto. Yeah.
Yeah, Kishimoto. What he did in that Naruto show, why I loved it so much, was that he introduced you to this one character that's a troublemaker and an orphan. And then he expanded that world around that character so much, you knew everybody's backstory.
Yeah.
And it wasn't boring. Every one of his teachers, you knew what their backstory was when they were kids and what drama they was going through and stuff. By the time he got up to, I guess, Boruto, you had this whole world
had
filled out.
grandkids.
You
had
had
children
grandchildren and stuff. You
They
knew
fucking
that the
born.
family lineage. Like,
Yeah, that
Jesus,
shit's
this is
fire.
a big deal. So when they get into a fight, it's not just like, yeah, I'm gonna pull out this dagger and stab you. Wait, is that his father's sword? Is that the sword his father used when he, like, you know, the whole history of all of this? Like, oh man, this is so much more weight on this character right now, dude. You cannot lose. You know, so you feel those wins and those losses more because you understand all that history with it, and it wasn't done in a boring way like Americans would do it. Like the exposition dropped it in 5 minutes and then ran on to the next thing. Like, this is important because blah, 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 and now we move on.
Or they just tell you the story.
Right,
Like,
I'll just tell you the story.
In America, this is the good guy. This is the bad guy. You don't like him, but you love them. And then
because he's bad. Why is he doing it?
They don't hold
Because
your
he's
hand
bad.
that much in anime for real. They
No,
just let you
hell
get it
no.
for yourself.
Yeah, they let you decide. You can always like the villain. In anime, you can always like the villain. Look, Cowboy Bebop, Vicious is my dude. Vicious is a villain. Vicious is an unapologetic villain, but he got some of the coldest lines, and he say some of the realest shit straight up. Like, this motherfucker is a killer. He is a stone killer, but he just cool. Like, why you like the villain? He worked for a whole triad. He that's what he does. He just kills people. Yeah, but he about that. You tell Spike straight up what's happening. No, I'm gonna kill you.
They're going crazy in the chat. I gotta acknowledge, my man says Piccolo stands on business.
He does.
Piccolo is a senzu bean delivery. he comes
What?
in,
Man,
he comes through with illest intros and then gets mixed and mastered immediately.
he does.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Immediately.
That's what it made me not like Dragon Ball as much. Everybody didn't level with
Stands
Goku.
on business.
Yeah, he does. Piccolo
Every time.
Piccolo was that one. If you watched the original Dragon Ball when Goku was young, Piccolo was that
villain.
dude. Yeah, he was that dude.
That's another
Once they
anime trope.
Yeah,
That's
when they
another anime
bypass
trope.
him.
No, that the villain is a monster and a beast, and when they become friends with the damn protagonist, they are fluff after that.
Fluff. But that's the villain trope for comic books and geekdom in general. Like, take Magneto in comic books. Anytime Magneto is a good person, he kind of weak in some aspect. When he's a villain, he reversing the poles on the planet. He is a global threat. That's just the way it go. When they jump to that good side, man, they depowered a little bit. They gotta care. You gotta care about them. You gotta give them a weakness or something. Like,
I rock with Piccolo though. Vegeta stands on business though.
Vegeta stands on business too.
Yeah.
He kept the same attitude even when he
The whole time, back turn attitude.
And we always show. And I always love the Vegeta of every show. Yeah. Whoever is the Vegeta of the show, that's my guy, right?
That's a trope. Yeah, that's the dude. Except in Evangelion, because the Vegeta of that show is Kaji, and Kaji kind of a player.
I could not get into that show. I tried many times.
What? That show is deep as shit.
I know.
That was the show I tried to get BGS to watch because it has so much esoteric biblical stuff in the show. It's just slid into the show. You don't even think about it until you get close to the end of like, holy shit, this is all from the Bible. Like, the show is deep. the show is really deep. Like, I don't know what that dude was smoking over there in Japan when he wrote that shit, but it was definitely high grade. It was definitely high grade to pull all that together. But if you've been through the Bible,
Pack.
yeah, if you've been through the Bible, you'll get all of that stuff in there. You know the Bible, you know the human body and the brain, nerve, and all the rest of that stuff. It's a deep anime, and if you want the short version of it, how fucked up it is. These kids are deciding the fate of humanity based on piloting clone bodies of their parents.
Oh, that is fun.
And their plug, the entry plug, yeah, it's just like, I would say, amniotic fluid or whatever, to plug them into the brain of that dead clone body. That's what it's deep, bro.
Watched that show.
Bro, you got to watch that. That is one of the greatest anime ever, as far as I'm concerned. One of the greatest anime ever, and it is deep on many levels.
Sounds like it.
All right, well,
don't start with that one, though.
No,
okay.
you got to work up to that. You got to work up to that.
You guys have given me a lot to check out, so I appreciate that. And we've been chatting for an hour now, which is as long as I thought we would go.
Go.
Yeah, I kind of got the feeling that if I let you guys go, you guys could talk probably another hour on this stuff. But you, so that just means we'll have to come back and do this for another round at a later date when I've had some time to do some more homework.
Yes, I'll give you some
more shows.
Yep, give her a watch list, y'all. Y'all give her three watch lists.
Toya, come back when you know what this beat means. I know you're locked in. When you know what this is, right? When you hear it, when you know what's going on, you ready. You're gonna be ready. That's how I amp myself up.
Yeah, that's another part of anime. The music is always classic. Always classic.
Well, I said that in the beginning. That's kind of what got me hooked when I love the Hunter x Hunter theme song, but aside from that, even just the musicality throughout the shows, like in Bleach and some of the other ones I've watched, I'm like, wow, they really put some effort into the music in this. The lyrics too. Like, I don't even know how they were able to get so good at even the English dubs, and how it makes sense. I'm blown away by that.
Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't.
Some of those American voice actors are the absolute worst.
Ass. Okay. Absolute ass.
But yeah, but
the translation is ass.
And Toya, don't get locked in on a theme song you love, because them shit's gonna switch every season.
Every 12 episodes.
Yeah. Every halfway through the season, you got a whole new theme. It's something else. They fucked me up with Dan to Dan. Dan to Dan had one of the greatest theme songs I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that first one.
Season 2 dropped. Like, what is this bullshit? Still like the show, but damn, why you gotta switch that? That was a perfect theme song, bro.
Yeah. In the comic shop, we used to have a playlist, which is just anime intros and outros. That's all it was, and it'd play all day, and people would come in and like, "Is this such?"
That's dope.
That's how you know certain animes, just by the song. Just by the song. You absolutely know it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if you guys have any closing statements, I'm going to give you all the floor to do so. Everybody's channel is in the chat, so please give these guys a follow at your leisure.
Appreciate that.
All right. Well, I'll go first. Appreciate you adding me on, Toya. Hopefully people can get into some better animes and hopefully stay away from the fanboys. But yeah.
Thanks.
Uber fans. I'll go and let there you go. Thanks for inviting me up, Toya. I thought this was a good idea. It still was a good idea. I hadn't met these two brothers before, but I will sub to their channels and see what kind of content they put out. I do my show every Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and we'll talk about geek stuff. I don't predominantly just talk about anime. I talk about geekdom as a whole and life as a whole, because for me, it all runs together. It's what I'm into, so it all runs together. So if we're talking anime and comics or movies, that's just what we're talking about. Or we're talking about life stuff. It's just what we're talking about that day. But yeah, I love anime. Anime is fun to watch. Just jump in somewhere and start watching it, but understand your history. Understand your history, where this stuff comes from, and what leads up to your favorite show that you like right now. What was possibly coming before that they built that show off of. Show that respect to the history of it, so you understand what it is you're watching, so you don't have to turn into them fanboys that slow hey. Just saying.
I know, right?
Bathe, y'all. You gotta bathe. That's the key.
Soap and water is essential.
Soap and water is the key for the fanboys.
Right.
For me, Toya, I appreciate it. You already know. I think she saw the wall and was like, "Oh, I know he like he's gonna enjoy this conversation."
Mhm.
So yeah, that's a fact. Y'all can follow me. I got the Twitch in the channel. That's brand new for real. I wasn't even streaming. I was truly podcasting. My Blurred podcast is called It's a Launch Podcast. You can find it everywhere. That's where we talk about anime, movies, all things that you consider geek nerd culture. And we got the hashtag Just Saying podcast. That's my lifestyle podcast where we talk about life, relationships, try to end the gender wars, all that foolishness. We got to get that stuff out of there. But on the Twitch stream right now, we going crazy with Arc Raiders, and this was a super dope conversation, man. I'm always down to nerd out for real.
I love that us four blurs could unite and have a conversation. I learned something new, and I introduced you to some cool people. So mission accomplished. I am so glad that we did this. I will be in the building tomorrow, Artisan. That's kind of my Sunday church sermon whenever I go to Artisan's channel on Sundays, because like he said, he talks about lifestyle stuff. And he usually ekes in some like fatherly advice, which I really appreciate.
I'm a father, can't help it. It keeps coming
He's
out.
a very wise guy. So yeah, you'll get more than what you bargained for by joining any of these three streams, these channels. Soul Provider, he does really good work. Talking about a number of different things, but like it says, he's an orbiter of the niggaverse, and over there you'll get some of that.
I gotta see what's going on with this niggaverse.
You gotta check it out.
Right, I gotta check out
in this niggaverse, bro. That shit is insane.
Right,
I gotta see what's going on over there.
Yeah,
I call it the Church of Geekdom. He said the niggaverse.
Nah, my man said he's an orbiter of the niggaverse. I gotta see what's going on over there.
Boy, yeah, I just subbed to both of y'all channels because I need to find out.
Yeah. So I just want to give a shout out to all three of y'all. And like you've heard me say plenty of times on my channel before, Black men are elite. We have just showcased that this evening. I hope I haven't taken too much of your time, but you still have a lot of Saturday left to go do something else. And I like to end my streams by saying my personal mantra, which is peace, ease, and whatever you please. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for joining me.
Peace.
Peace.